Good afternoon. We are here today with Partners in Kind from Elevation Combat Sports Academy in Dunkirk, New York, talking about the great thing that Partners in Kind is doing for our city and the people who live here. My guests today, I'm going to let them introduce themselves, so we're going to go right down the line.
My name is Melissa Pakevich, and I am the founder and president of Partners in Kind.
Hi, my name is Heather Brock, and I am the vice president of Partners in Kind.
I'm Jenny Michaelek, and I'm the secretary of Partners in Kind.
Awesome. So you guys have been very active in the city of Dunkirk, and I don't know that everybody would recognize the work that you have done, or they may not recognize the name Partners in Kind at this point in time, but there are some things that have happened across the city that we probably would recognize that has been your work or that your fingerprints is on. So what is Partners in Kind? Can you give us a little summary of who you are and what you do?
Sure. So Partners in Kind is a group, but it's also a movement. And we've organized an incredible group of people that truly care about Chautauqua County and making it a better place. We're heavily located in the Dunkirk-Fredonia area, but our span reaches throughout Chautauqua County. We have members from Jamestown and some auxiliary members that live all the way up in Buffalo. We come from all different professions. We're all different ages and demographics, and our basic mission is to build a community again.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would say if we had to identify what we are, we're just a group of people who really care. And I think it's been our mission from the beginning. Most of us have young people in our lives in some way, shape, or form, whether it's children, nieces, nephews, whatever. And we're just trying to make our county a place that we're excited for our kids to grow up in, and more excited than nervous.
Great. Awesome. So when we look at some of the things that Partner in Kind has done, I guess the first question I want to ask is, how does somebody become a Partner in Kind? How do you join your movement?
I think the first thing you want to do is definitely find us either on our website, which is partnersinkindchq.org, or you can look us up on Facebook, and if you just search Partners in Kind of Chautauqua County on Facebook, we'll come up. And that's really where we keep all of our events and things that we're looking for updated. Also, if you visit our website, I don't know if you can read it here, partnersinkindchq.org, you'll be able to find the membership information, like how do I become a member, how do I email to find out what it means to be a member. That's really the hub for all the information. Okay. And we are continuously accepting applications for Partners in Kind, and then at our board meetings we review those regularly. To be a member means that you're paying annual dues, that you're knowing that you're going to commit to a handful of in-person events every year. We want people who are passionate and as caring as we are in making our county beautiful.
Awesome. So to become a member, there is a commitment there.
Yes.
And right up front, you're asking, not just to be a member in name, but you're asking for a member in action.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think that's important.
Yes.
Because the action's what makes the difference.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's about building a community again. So that face-to-face, the projects, it's giving us an opportunity to spend time with people that our work lives or our personal lives would never put us in the same room with. And that's really one of the beautiful things that I love about Partners in Kind.
Okay. So doing some great work. You've been involved in several projects that have benefited many people in our community. Probably the most noticeable project that Partners in Kind has been a part of from a visibility standpoint, in my opinion, is I drive down, I believe it's Washington Street, and I look at the viaduct and there's a piece of string between two railroad girders. So what is that string on Washington Avenue all about?
Well, that is our Warm Hands, Kind Hearts mission for 2017 and 18. And with the help of businesses like Maurice's and Spa on the Avenue and the Yoga Underground, we've had people from the community and also members of Partners in Kind that have donated new hats and gloves or used hats and gloves. And my students at Erie Two Bose's, the Academy at Maple Avenue, have made it their winter mission to bag all of them. And we want them out for anyone that needs them, anyone that is walking on their way to work or their way to school. We want to make sure that we're piecing together bits of our community and that we're taking care of each other.
Excellent. So how many people have you put hats and gloves on over the course of this winter?
Ooh.
Hundreds?
Hundreds?
Easily. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, we have some basket stationed down in Jamestown as well at the public libraries and some local churches, and those have been filled regularly too. So between Dunkirk and I would wager Frewsburg,
Yeah.
Hundreds
Mhm.
of families.
Yes.
So as cold as Chautauqua County is right now, it's not winter here year-round.
Right.
So what are a couple of the other projects you've done throughout the course of the last year that also help Partners in Kind really shine?
Sure. So I'll speak about now my personal favorite, and that was our Christmas program that we did. A lot of times I think the help at Christmas time goes to people based on a socioeconomic status, and that's very important. But our mission was to highlight some of the other people that might be having a hard time during the holidays. So we put on, with help from Elevation, a program called Remember the Magic. And children and their families were nominated by teachers, social workers, counselors, community members, and it was for kids who had experienced a loss in the past year. With the holidays coming up, there's so much pressure to be happy and find things enjoyable, and if you're a family that's grieving, we wanted to do something to bring back hope and help kids essentially remember the magic. So we had a lot of help from Elevation. We hosted it here, and we hosted a second one on Christmas Eve at the Mayville Diner, and we had Santa Claus, we had Mrs. Claus, we had cookies. Every kid left here with a plate of cookies after an afternoon of activities and meeting Santa and food, and we had such support from the community, and it was really nice to reach out to people that don't normally identify themselves as someone who needed something extra for the holidays, and I think that they didn't really know what they needed until they had it, and it was really nice to be in the same room with all of those families who have overcome so much in this last year and have them have something to be happy about for Christmas. So that was my favorite.
Yeah.
I think it really helped to bring back that sense of community too, because we introduced all of these people that had experienced a loss within the past year. So maybe now they have even more of a support network within the community of other people that they didn't know have gone through similar things. And the kids, just seeing the kids interact with each other, being able to be kids and really play and enjoy themselves when maybe home isn't as joyful as it used to be because of things their family has gone through. I think that was one of the biggest impactful things of that event.
Yeah, creating memories, I think. I was able to join for the breakfast at the Mayville Diner, and there were children there who, siblings were battling cancer, or siblings and parents who had lost a child recently, and it just seemed like the whole outside world just disappeared for the couple of hours we were there, and we had waffles and pancakes and story time, and it was magical.
So
it really
an important
was.
opportunity for kids to be kids.
For sure.
That's great. And then you've also recently completed a project where you focused on our veterans in our community. Can you talk a little bit about your veterans program?
For Thanksgiving, we decided to focus on the veterans in the area, and so what we did is we had a Thanksgiving dinner hosted at the Dunkirk High School. They were a great partner with that. We worked with the wrestling team that helped us throughout the day, so they did a great amount of community service there. And we invited local veterans to come and enjoy a Thanksgiving meal on Thanksgiving with us. And we really wanted to focus on anyone that didn't have someone to enjoy the holiday with. We wanted to give back and thank them for everything that they've given to us through their service. So we had a number of veterans in the area that joined us, and we had families that came in, and I think one of the best things was seeing the wrestlers that spent part of their Thanksgiving day with us that day, sitting down with veterans, and you could see this cross-generational conversations going on that I'm sure wouldn't have happened in these kids' lives otherwise, and I think that really triggered some really great memory making, and I think the veterans really understood the impact that they've made in our community that maybe they don't hear quite so much anymore.
I work with students every day, and there are a number of teachers within my district who are old enough to have lived some of the history that we learn about in history. And so for these kids to have the opportunity to chat one-on-one with some of these people who experienced what we learn about in history, I just think it's monumental.
That's great. So 2017 has been a banner year for Partners in Kind. It's been a very busy year for Partners in Kind, but we have now turned the page and we're on to 2018. So certainly you're not sitting back and resting. It seems like it's full steam ahead for your organization. Can you talk a little bit about whatever project is coming up next for Partners in Kind?
Sure. So we are joining forces in March this month with Meals on Wheels, which is actually Senior Hunger Awareness Month, which we didn't know originally. And so what we are going to be doing, all of our members, and we're looking for community help with this, is that we're putting together Easter baskets for the elderly. And chocolate bunnies are nice, but sometimes there's other things that go a little bit further in the eyes of someone who might be a shut-in or doesn't have a lot of family support. And so we're collecting items like playing cards, stamps, stationery, hand soaps, dish soaps. We're going to be providing these baskets and putting them together and then passing them out on Good Friday so that they have them for Easter. And I'm really excited to reach into yet another population that I think doesn't get enough attention.
So for folks that are watching at home, if they would like to make donations or give some consideration to where, is there a place they can drop these items off, or
Yes.
how do they make that happen?
Yes, so we are lucky enough to have support from Concord Pharmacy on Route 60
Okay.
and Visions of Elegance on Water Street in Fredonia. They have bins inside their foyers and inside their storefronts with balloons and a partner in kind sign, and there's also a list of things that people can purchase if they'd like to. And we're collecting those until March 24th.
We also have an updated list of what we're collecting on our Facebook page. The chair of that particular mission keeps us really updated through the Facebook page. And so if you're wondering what's already been purchased, what do we still need, what are we still looking for, that's definitely an opportunity to visit our Facebook page.
Okay.
And even just send us a message, even if you don't join it, or you're thinking, I'm not sure if I want to commit year round, but I am passionate about this type of activity. Just send us a message, what can I do, and we'd be happy to make sure we get it to happen.
So this is open to not just members of
Right.
Partners in Kind,
Yep.
but the entire community can take part in this opportunity to donate to the Easter baskets, which will be given out
Yes.
to some of the seniors in our community. So what a great opportunity and a great way for folks in the city of Dunkirk to reach out and to make a difference.
It's a nice opportunity for kids too. As we mentioned, like with the Veterans
Yes.
Dinner, making that connection, that cross-generational connection. So, kids love Easter. What kid
Yeah.
doesn't love getting an Easter basket? Who doesn't love getting an Easter
Yeah.
basket? So, a nice opportunity for a family project too, for a family to sponsor someone.
Fantastic, good stuff. There's also a project coming up called Reed's Road Bags. Am I getting that correct?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, I would love to. So on May 5th, we will be at the Grand View of Ellington hosting a blood drive and an organ donation sign up through Be the Match Registry. And there's also going to be vendors that are there and craft items for sale. And more importantly, what we're doing there is we're raising funds to help Chautauqua County families. So the Reed's Road Bags will be in honor of Reed Jones, who is an infant that we lost this summer. He had a very courageous fight with cancer, and we stepped in to help his family during their time of need, and his family since have been a staple in working with Partners in Kind and continuing to give back. And that really, it hits home because it's that pass it on that we so aim for this. And so what we want to do is put together these Reed's Road Bag in his honor, and what they will do is they will be taken up to Children's Hospital and left with the social workers there, and any family from Chautauqua County that finds themselves for a stay at Children's Hospital will be presented with one of these bags. And although we can't do anything medically to make things easier, we want the comforts of home to be given to them and let them know that you have your neighbors rooting for you and hoping for the best for you while you're there. So
If you're a person who's ever faced a challenge like that, where someone in your family has faced illness or sickness or, God forbid, a loss, it's often those little things that just you forget about, like, what am I going to do for lunch today? Or, oh, I forgot to get a bottle of water for my toddler or whatever, and you hate to think that, but when you're so consumed by whatever it is you're dealing with, it's oftentimes those, I don't have toll money, I have a gas card, anything like that, and that's kind of where we're trying to fill in that gap with this effort. Just, we want to think about all those little afterthoughts so that these families who are already facing so much can just focus on that.
And just to let them know that the community back home cares about them.
Yes.
So even though you have to drive all the way out to Buffalo to go to Children's where you get the best care, that we're thinking about you back home, and Chautauqua County is rooting for you and pulling for your child to make it through. So we want that touch of home that, you know, any family from Chautauqua County that's up there for help, we're thinking of you, and here's the little bit that we can do to try to help.
Okay. It sounds like an amazing project, and certainly something we hope we never need, but if you're ever in that position where you do, it's nice to know that someone's got your back, especially someone from the same place that you are from.
Right.
So that's great. And then the final project that I've heard a little bit about is Partner to Partner. So what is Partner to Partner, and how is that going to work?
Well, I will obviously, make it very obvious. We're shooting here at Elevation Combat Sports Academy because when Partners in Kind started, Tammy and Dave were two of the very first business owners that stepped in to be a partner in kind, but also to say, we have this resource, how can we use it to help you? And so that obviously has been nothing but, going since then. And we've had help from Lakeshore Bank, Oliveira's Eatery, G&E Tents. There's a lot of local businesses that are like, we really like what you're doing, how can we help? And so the Partner to Partner campaign is going to kick off in the spring. And what we're looking to do is continue to build those community relationships where, similar to a Chamber of Commerce sticker, you would get a Partner to Partner sticker for your door. And so when our members are shopping, or family members or people who support us in the community, perhaps that's going to help them make a decision about where they're giving their business. And so what it means to be a Partner to Partner is that something similar to how Concord Pharmacy is allowing us their space to do drop-offs, since we don't have an office location. So that's some type of commitment. Then when we do our car show, which is our fundraiser for Remember the Magic and the Veterans Thanksgiving, these are our businesses that we're going to ask to one time a year for, say, a raffle basket or a gift card or something like that. And so we're hoping to, again, build that community presence and give business owners an opportunity to give back to the community through us while keeping everything local right here in Dunkirk and Fredonia.
Excellent. What a great opportunity to highlight local businesses that have come alongside to help a good cause. And any businesses that are interested, they would just reach out to through your Facebook page. Is that the preferred method?
Yeah, Facebook or our website, partnersinkindchq.org. If you go to our either the Facebook page or the website, either way you can hit contact us, and one of us is going to get that message.
Awesome.
One of us on the board is going to get that message and run with it.
Excellent, excellent. Anything else that you'd like to discuss or include while we have you today?
My biggest thing is that when we're talking about our members, is that some people think that it's difficult for them because they don't have a car, they don't have a lot of money, but they would really like to get involved. And so I always tell our members two things. Everyone has a gift to give, and there's no wrong way to help people. So if you're sitting at home and you're watching this and you're wondering how you can get involved, there's lots of different ways. When we're getting ready for our car show, we're going to need someone there to help us set things up. That doesn't cost any money, and we'll make sure that you have breakfast and a ride down there. And it's about that if you have time, we have the resources or people who have resources that can help. And it's super important for us, like what Heather was talking about, is to get kids involved. We have some exciting things coming down the line with that. But if you're thinking about joining, maybe join one of our community projects and just follow us on Facebook. But again, everyone can help, and it's going to be up to us as a community to continue to improve things here.
I would say that if anything that we talked about kind of piqued your interest and you're wondering what we're about, we do have a general body meeting coming up on April 14th, right, at 10 o'clock in the morning at the church in Casadega on Maple Ave. And that's a really nice opportunity to come, see what we've done all year long, see what's coming up. If you fall in love with us, you can register right there and fill out your application, and then that's it. So April 14th, 10 a.m., Maple Ave, and come see what we're about.
And I would say that even though our membership is a commitment and we want people to participate 4 times a year, please don't let that scare you away or think that we're an exclusive membership, that you have to know someone who's here. You never know who's in Partners in Kind. That's one of the greatest things. Is we have over 130 members. So you don't know who you might work with or who you might go to church with that's already a member. And we really encourage everyone to participate. If you don't want to be a full-fledged member, you're always invited to help us with our community missions. And you can always follow our Facebook page, and even just sharing things like that is a great help for us, because a lot of what we've done is just through word of mouth. So if you can help us be that word of mouth, even that's a huge help for us.
I have one last thing. The last thing that I want to say is thank you. to our members. Because without all of them, we would not be where we are today. And thank you for the people that put out the hats and gloves all winter long, the people who are buying things for the Easter baskets. Our members are the movement. They are the wish that we hope to see in Chautauqua County, and without all of them, we would not be going the way we are, and we're very grateful for the dedicated and generous members that we have.
Thank you very much, Partners in Kind, for joining us on Channel 12. I encourage anybody who's watching to make sure they go and visit the website, visit Partners in Kind on Facebook, find out about all the wonderful things that is happening in Chautauqua County, and most of all, Dunkirk, remember it's cool to be kind. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.